that you weren't sure originally what you were going to do next, but after this experience of running for office, it became clearer where your passions lie and what type of opportunities you could take advantage of. Where has that brought you to today? What are you doing now in order to support your community, as that seemed to obviously become a passion of yours?
Yeah, so a big part of running for office is raising money, and in addition to raising money for campaign, I also been raising money as a volunteer at McGee Rehab Hospital. I had helped with the golf tournament. They had an event called the McGee Derby that raised money for the wheelchair sports program. I had been a volunteer on that committee the first year. I was chairing it the next year. I think that's what we do in Scouts, right? You start and then you think, wow, you start to ask questions or make some suggestions, and next thing you know, you're in charge. I know you can relate to that with a lot of the experiences that you've had too. So fast forward, the campaign's done, going into McGee to have lunch with my friend Ron Siggs, and I stopped in another person on the fundraising staff's office, and she told me she was leaving. She was going back to the hospital she had worked at before, and I thought, wow, this is kind of interesting. So went into Ron's office before lunch, and I said, hey, you know what? I heard that that Lisa is leaving. What would you think? I told you I might have an interest in working here. And he looked at me and said, what would you think? I was planning to talk to you about that. And, 23 and a half years later, I guess we both made a pretty good decision deciding that might work. So it's been a fascinating journey these last 23 plus years. My friend became my boss and is still my boss this many years later, and still my friend. Thankfully, I should add that, because not everybody can say that their boss is their good friend as well. And together, we've just been able to do some amazing things to help people like me recovering from traumatic injuries and illnesses to live a little better life.
This has been a clip of the Born to Be a Scout podcast. To catch the rest of this episode and any other episode or post, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Born to Be a Scout podcast, or look out for full episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. If you are a scout who would like to take your leadership in scouting, or even your future business career to the next level, be sure to check out NYLT Leadership Academy this summer and Leadership Heights at the 2026 National Scout Jamboree. In the meantime, be sure to lead your own adventure.